Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without further ado, I'd like to present to you my setup. So this is a very temporary setup that I set up in my mom's house after I moved back to her house after the spring semester ended for college. And so I'm currently on summer break as I'm recording this. So this is all very, very temporary because the moment the summer semester, or I should say summer break ends, I'm going to be tearing this all down, packing it back up into my car, and moving it back to my apartment. This is basically the exact same setup that I've had in my apartment since I started recording gaming video. So without further ado, I guess we could start with the PC, the brains of the operation. So this PC is, I believe, around 4 years old. It's been a while since I've built this PC. I got it in 2022, around the time I was in my senior year of high school, and I asked my mom for my 18th birthday whether or not I wanted to build a PC, and she agreed, and she drove me to Best Buy and allowed me to buy all the parts that I needed to build it. And I tried not to be too expensive with the parts because I didn't really need something like 32 gigabytes of RAM and like a 3090 in order to run all the games that I wanted to run. So I believe the GPU is a GTX GPU. I'm gonna have to dig through the trenches that is my Amazon order history in order to find it. There is a 16 gigs of RAM, NZXT case that you can see here, an ROG motherboard, Corsair power supply. It's very basic and cheap stuff, like at least according to 4 years ago. Anyways, on top of that, I have my SanDisk USB hub. Now, I don't know how this thing is still working. I got this like way before I even built this PC, because back when I was in high school, I was required to have like one of those like Surface Lenovo tablets that had a shitty graphics card, could barely run any sort of complex programs or any games. And I needed like back then I used to be hella into like music production, and I used to have a bunch of USB drives where I would hold a bunch of like projects and samples and loops, and I had them on a bunch of different drives, and I needed this USB hub to plug them in order to connect the USB drives to Ableton so I can access the samples. And I don't know how this thing is still surviving. Like, I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick that up, but the wire is fucking broken. And it's kind of, I guess it's just kind of like the same durability of those iPhone chargers, where the outer layer of the whiteness wears out, I guess, and you just see the wiring, but somehow it still works. But yeah, we have that USB-C hub. Anyways, my microphone is a Fifine K. What the fuck is it called? It's a Fifine microphone. I'll put the name of it on the screen. I forgot it, but this is the microphone that I use to record my gaming videos and record any like things I need to say. Obviously, because it's a fucking microphone. What the fuck? But yeah, I think it's a decent microphone. It's very good. It gets the job done. But once I get my hands on a Shure fucking SM7B, I'm going to, I don't know. Anyways, moving on to my desk. My monitor is a Dell 24 adjustable stand monitor. I recently got it at Best Buy for $150, and I originally had a 27-inch monitor, but unfortunately, I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but around, yeah, like right there, it cracked in transit while I was driving back from Fort Myers. So that's a bit unfortunate. Luckily, this was a very cheap alternative, because not only does it give me exactly what I need in a monitor, but also I might be able to flip it. Oh, it just turned off. Also, I might be able to flip it in order to like use it for live streaming and looking at chat if I ever stream on Twitch or something. It's not going to be a while since I do that, but still. Right above that is my Logitech C920 webcam. I don't really use this for much other than playing on this website called Convoke, which is a Magic the Gathering website where you can use your webcam in order to play with other people. It's kind of like Spell Table. So I would highly recommend checking out Spell Table or Convoke. Oh, excuse me. My keyboard is a HyperX Ally Origin 65. I bought this the same year I bought this, oh my god. I bought this right after I bought my, oh my god, why can't I speak? I bought this right after I built my PC because I needed like a somewhat cheap but somewhat reliable gaming keyboard in order to do all my gaming needs. So that's my keyboard. My mouse is the same deal. It's a Logitech G305. It's just a mouse. It's nothing really special. It has 2 buttons on the side, but it's nothing special about it. My speakers are Logitech Z710 wireless Bluetooth speakers, and I've actually had another pair of them where this part of the speaker and the stands were white, but unfortunately for some reason they just stopped working, so I had to get a new pair of them, and luckily they were super cheap at the time at Best Buy. So that's that. Anyways, my camera, probably the second most expensive thing in my entire setup. This is a Sony ZV-1F, if my memory is correct, and it's been my go-to camera for all my face cam stuff. And I bought it like right after I transferred from State College of Florida in Bradenton and transferred to FGCU. And I bought it for like $500 from Amazon. So this was like right after I quit my job, so I can just start doing YouTube stuff, because I always wanted to do it in the back of my mind while I was working at Duffy's, which is the place I worked as a host. And so yeah, that's my camera. It's decent. It does like 1080p, 720p stuff. It's a very good vlog camera, but not really good for like cinematography type spiel and stuff. So if you want to do vlogs, excellent camera. And what else? For my other stuff, I have a memory card reader. For my ZV-1F has an SD card that I occasionally use to like record IRL stuff. Like my first video things I hate, I had to like get data from the SD card in the camera, and so yeah, I use this to read the card and get the video data. My HoloLens wireless microphones. These microphones I use in case I need to like do some shit that's away from my setup and I don't have access to my Fifine microphone. So these come in clutch whenever I need something like that. My SanDisk 1 terabyte hard drive. This is where I'm going to be keeping a bunch of project files, a bunch of sound effects, a bunch of thumbnail ideas. This is where it's all going. It's very rugged, it's very durable, and it hasn't failed me once. My lights are a Govee tube light. I'm pretty sure I'll find it on my Amazon order history because I got it from there. It served me well, except for the fact that the remote is fucking dog shit. I don't know why they made a battery remote for this instead of just like making something that's USB-C charged, because it doesn't really work that much, and the only way I'm able to turn it on is by using the app, which sucks. But like I tried like pressing the battery up against the thing and then pressing the power button. Oh shit, it worked. Let's go. There we go. So yeah, that's one of my lights. And the other one is my lamp. So if we turn this on, boom, that's my lamp. It's kind of like the Pixar lamp's cousin. That's all I'm going to say about that. And last but not least is my Elgato green screen. This was originally my dad's green screen because my dad's friend Jay bought this for my dad because I guess he wanted to try and turn him into a bit of an influencer to grow his telemed company. And but unfortunately my dad never really got the chance to use it because he's not really very social media savvy. So this is the thing that I use as my background for my videos. It's a lot lighter than this because I have both my lights shining on it, but still, yeah. Awesome little piece of equipment. I might be able to use it for certain skits and bits once I get better editing skills. And so, yeah, that's my setup. Oh, one more thing. This is all of my Magic the Gathering stuff. For those of y'all that don't really know, I love to play Magic the Gathering. I've been playing it since February 2026, and I've gotten really good at it. I've built quite the collection. And these are all the main decks that I use. I have one more. I have my Satoru Umezawa deck, my Ishin deck, my Miram deck that I'm ripping apart, to be honest. I don't really like it because every time I play Miram, I don't really have a lot of fun and get targeted constantly. My Kilo Apogee Mind deck, my Atla Palani deck, my Antivenom Horrifying Healer deck, and this Food and Fellowship Precon that I ripped apart for the swamps. So I'll definitely upgrade the Food and Fellowship pre-con because it is a very good pre-con that shouldn't be ripped apart. But still, I'll definitely upgrade in the future. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my setup.